Hello and a very warm welcome to my new video. Today we're zeroing in on the first step I took towards more simplicity. I started by decluttering my closet, shedding 80% of my clothes. So join me as I share the challenges, surprising benefits of this transformative experience, and practical tips I can recommend for starting off. I decided to start decluttering my closet because at that time it was a real pain point for me. What you see behind me was packed with clothes, top to bottom. And I had, for example, 66 dresses, of which 32 were black. I had t-shirts and sweaters packed in 2 rows. Putting things back in there was a hassle. Things that I put in there that I'd ironed, came out crinkly again because everything was just so pressed together. So I just felt at that time it would be the easiest thing because it was actually stressing me. And it was also a source of grumpiness and frustration every morning because when I opened my closet to choose what to wear, I was just standing there for minutes, having this feeling I have nothing to wear. I couldn't find specific things. And before I had even left the house, my day had already started off on the wrong foot. Maybe some of you can relate to this ironic feeling of having a closet full of clothes, yet feeling like you have nothing to wear. This paradox is a textbook example of what cognitive psychology calls decision fatigue, which suggests that each decision depletes some of your mental energy, leading to increasingly poorer choices or not being able to decide at all. The more choices you are forced to make, the more your brain's ability to weigh decisions efficiently is drained. In the context of a packed closet, that just means that the overwhelming number of items that you have in there make it impossible for you to choose what to wear. Inspired by the book on minimalism, I initially aimed for a capsule wardrobe of not more than 33 pieces for the whole year. But I also soon realized that this goal was too high for a first step. So I changed the goal to reduce my clothes to an extent where everything would fit on the one rail and the 3 drawers in one half of the closet. The first tip that I can give you from my experience is don't set yourself up for failure by aiming too high. Just set yourself a realistical, achievable goal and just go from there. You do not have to go 100% at your first try. When I started off, I pulled everything out of my closet and then stood there, unsure of where to begin. So I sorted everything by categories like dresses, pants, and shirts, and tackled each category one by one. This approach gave me a sense of how much I had of each item and made the process more manageable for me. It also allowed me to take breaks and, for example, continue the next day if I felt overwhelmed. My second tip is take your time, go step by step. It's decluttering, it's not a marathon. While slowly but consistently working through my wardrobe, I always sorted items in 4 categories. There was trash for the worn out and ripped items. I had a donate box for clothes in good condition but that I no longer needed or never wore or just didn't fit me anymore. So the category that was left was the items that I wanted to keep. But there were many pieces that I wasn't sure about giving away. On the other hand, if I kept all of them, I would never be able to fit them in the space I was aiming for. I first put together a collection of my favorite pieces of clothes and items that I needed for a functional wardrobe. To make this category, the item had to score high on my scales of necessity, comfort, color, and style. So what I was aiming for was being able to combine as many items as possible into a range of outfits that I could wear day in and day out. So out of my very extensive collection of business attire, I just kept a black and a dark blue set that I could wear on the rare occasions where I had to dress up formally, but I could still combine the blazer as well as the skirt and the pants with other items for a more casual look. All the stuff that didn't make it in the collection but I wasn't sure of giving away went into a hold box to just revisit seasonally, and if I didn't miss them, they were ready to go. So my third tip is don't rush decisions. If after, decluttering the donate stuff and the trash stuff, you still have too many items for the goal you were aiming for, just curate a wardrobe that really works for you, that is functional, that you really feel good in, and just take the other items, put them in a box, just to revisit them later. It took me about 2 weeks to declutter this closet. And in that time, I managed to get rid of about 80-ish% of my stuff. And yes, that was very long, and sometimes it was very exhausting, but it was really worth it because I started noticing positive effects immediately. For example, my routines had simplified enormously. I was getting dressed faster. I was putting stuff back faster. I was actually finding the stuff that I was looking for. And this had also an effect, on just my mood in the morning, because the stress of and anxiety of, oh my God, what I'm going to wear today was just gone. I just had my curated wardrobe. I knew everything that I took out of there would fit me. I would feel comfortable in, it would go together. So it was just a mental load that was taken off of me. After a couple of weeks, I started noticing another effect, and that was that my shopping habits had drastically changed. I used to be a hardcore shopaholic, and I mean to a real problematic extent. But somehow this very mindfully decluttering my clothes and, curating this new wardrobe had kind of naturally altered my consumer behavior, but without, feeling restricted or deprived. It just didn't happen anymore. Ever since then, I've gradually pared down to about 40 pieces by focusing on more versatile items that work year-round. Now, aside from a few woolen winter sweaters and a couple of light summer dresses and some seasonal shirts, my wardrobe serves me well throughout the year. If you're looking to simplify your life and reduce stress, I highly encourage you to consider decluttering your wardrobe. Even small steps to reducing the number of items that you have in your wardrobe can make a big difference. And always remember, it's not about adhering to some strict minimalist rule set or to stripping your whole life to the bare essentials. For me personally, this has been about reducing my mental load, enjoying what I have, and making more mindful decisions that align with my goal of a simpler and more sustainable lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're inspired to start or to continue your own decluttering process, I would really love to hear about your challenges and your experiences in the comments below. I invite you to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful, and tune in to my next video. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.